Usyk's manager goes on to say that Usyk will not be back into ring till the second half of next year. I received some tweets, and some people seem to think that that's due to Daniel Dubois jumping in the ring and asking for a fight with Oleksandr Usyk. Some people say all of a sudden now he wants to take a break. He's trying to avoid Daniel, whatever and whatnot. Not a lot of people, but some that I had conversations with. And with that being said, I would just like to say that would be completely inaccurate of his character and what he has shown us thus far. Plus, on top of that, if you were listening to the interviews that Usyk was doing, Usyk was talking about the toll that the first fight took on his body. And he was talking about when he got home, like he's feeling fine, but his body is saying no. Like he still wants the box, but his body is saying something totally different. And he was saying this before the second fight even took place. So it sounds like to me he needs a much needed break and a well-deserved break. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he didn't put himself in a position where, you have no reason to question what he's doing. I believe that he needs a break. You know what I'm saying? He had back-to-back fights with a guy outweighing him by I don't know how many pounds. You know what I'm saying? So if he say he'll be back the second half of next year and he's either taking on Joseph Parker or Daniel Dubois, you're going to have to give him that credit. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to doubt the man, at all. Like I said, he's always took on challenges. He's always tried to fight guys. You know what I'm saying? He was hollering, trying to fight Fury, Joshua, Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? He's been hollering that before he even truthfully got into the heavyweight division like that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, he just really does need a break. You know what I'm saying? And after achieving what he has achieved, when do you get time to sit back and soak it up? You know what I'm saying? You got to soak it up before we come in and try to take it away. You know what I'm saying? We sour. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let him go ahead and soak it up. Let him get recharged. Don't want him to get too disenchanted with boxing. To add on top of that, he's been said that he's kind of getting tired of boxing. So let him get a break. Let him refresh himself. Let him rejuvenate himself. Let him find some more hunger and some more ambition. And I have no doubt we'll see him in the second half and he'll be ready to give us whatever it is that we want, because his record has shown that thus far. So you got to give a person a credit for what they have shown you. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's just as simple as that. But I look forward to it. I look forward to see where we go from here. And I'm looking forward to see where do the rest of the guys line up with Usyk. And will this be a revolving cheer thing? You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I will say before I go is simply this. You have to be very mindful about what you say when you're praising somebody, because at the same time, if that person is to fall, will you look at the person that beat them in the same light? Meaning, if you're claiming Usyk is great, which he is, you know what I'm saying, all-time great, whatever, I'm not getting into that. I think he's the best heavyweight of this generation. That's all that I can say. But if you're putting that much high praise on him, you have to keep in mind, we've gotten here before because we have overshot guys. Now, I don't think he's overshot. If anything, I think he's undershot. But the point is, if we're putting all that praise on him and somebody like Joseph Parker goes in there and beat him, or even Daniel Dubois goes in there and beat him, you're going to have to keep it even Steven. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to pass on some of them compliments and some of them accolades on to the person that beats him. This is something that I find is hard for people to do in boxing. But I'm like, if you hesitate to doing that, then maybe you shouldn't put a person up there so high. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Vasily Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Lopez wasn't considered nothing great when he beat Vasily Lomachenko, but Vasily Lomachenko was considered everything and above. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something that I'm mindful of when I watch boxing now, and when people bestow comments and compliments onto people. You know what I'm saying? But no doubt I look forward to it. I look forward to see what's next and where this all ends. You know what I'm saying? Now that we know who is the best, we need to know who the second runner up. You know what I'm saying? We need to know who the third runner up. That the heavyweight division is small enough. We should be able to flesh this out. And just like I said, and this is to Tyson, this is to Anthony Joshua, and you know what? This is even Deontay Wilder, because he's part of the whole background. These guys having losses, to me personally, as a fan and a fan of the heavyweight division, which is my favorite division, I don't care if these guys got losses. You know what I'm saying? To me, a loss in the heavyweight division doesn't really diminish how I think of them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's such a hard division and an unpredictable position and a one-punch changer division. You know what I'm saying? But I say that because I still want to see good fights. I still want to see heavyweights mix it up. It's just more exciting for me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want them bound to, oh, they lost, they're no good, and stuff like that, and kind of how they did Anthony Joshua. Now, when Anthony Joshua lost to Usyk twice, you know, he's a bum. He needs to retire. He needs to do all this. He doesn't need to box no more. But at the same time, that doesn't make sense, because how can you knock him for losing to Usyk when everybody's saying Usyk is so great and he's done so much and he's such a great fighter? Then why is it any shame that Anthony Joshua lost to him twice? Or even Tyson Fury lost to him twice. They lost to a really good fighter 2 times. Does that mean that they're bums? You know what I'm saying? Or they're pretty decent themselves? You know what I'm saying? We got to check a lot of stuff in boxing and how we think of it and how we look of it. And particularly now, because I'm looking at all this Jake Paul shit and stuff like that. And all I'm saying is, if people is willing to accept all this garbage and stuff like that, we need to have more leniency on the real fucking fighters who's really doing it. You know what I'm saying? We giving people credit for fake fights and people who haven't put in half the work and, you know what I'm saying, all this other stuff. And it's just not cool at the end of the day. It diminishes us. It diminishes the sport. It diminishes the athletes. And it diminishes our perception of what we think the best is, or what the best is supposed to be, and what we expect of this sport. We expect so much of the natural boxing athletes, but yet anybody off the street can come in here and get higher praises, or if not the same praises as guys that's been entertaining us, you know what I'm saying, for the better part of our life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not cool with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm down to see multiple fights. I'm down to see him lose 3 and 4 times and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I just like to see shit mixed up, because I would take a real fight over a fantasy fight any day. And it's looking like boxing is choosing fantasy over reality. That's just my personal thought. Anyways, tell me what you think. Leave your comments in the comments section. Bruce Van, I'm out.